Hi, everyone. Welcome to the snack break. I'm Ren with Source, and today is Thursday, May 28th. Before we get started, I'll explain a couple things about the webinar tool you're using. You're all muted automatically, but you do have access to the live chat there on the right, so you can pop in your favorite emoji to try it out, and you can also use the live chat to ask questions as we do our presentation. So definitely bring on the questions. We love it. We'll keep it as informative as we can, and we'll go from there. We'll also send you a recording of this webinar after the presentation, so you can check it out later, and you can send it to friends or reference it later. So today's guest is Jenna with Designtex. Hey, Jenna, so excited to see you. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and a little bit about Designtex as a company?
Yeah, absolutely. Hi, everybody. It's so fun and kind of weird to be meeting virtually, but I'm really excited. First off, big thanks to Source for doing these snack breaks. They're super awesome. So I loved how Ren asked what has been my shelter in place kind of like life. And that is what this little picture is. In the left-hand corner of the screen. So I have been sheltering in place with my kiddos. I'm newly back from maternity leave. My little girl, Harper, was born in February, kind of right before all of this started. And so she and my husband and my little boy, Charlie, who's 3, have been just hunkering down, which is totally chaotic and wonderful at the same time. It kind of depends on the hour. So that's a little bit about my shelter in place story. But as Ren said, I am with Designtex. I'm the Oregon rep. And I've been with Designtex for 3 years now. Prior to Designtex, I was a healthcare interior designer. So yeah, just love sharing all my products with you. And I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, I love it. Well, this is perfect because with your healthcare background, you're going to talk to us about this super new cool backing that you guys have and how it can be used in healthcare a little bit or anywhere, but
everywhere.
Yeah. But yeah, can you tell us a little bit about this backing? It's like science fiction type stuff, and I love it.
It is awesome. So, well, first off, I did want to say, you did ask me to share a little bit about Designtex. So I have a little blurb I prepared for you all. So Designtex, we're really well known for our textiles, but a lot of people don't realize that we have wall covering, architectural film, we have a Casper cloaking technology, and then we also have a whole subset of our business that is custom surface imaging. So aside from textiles, we have all this other stuff. But yes, this is a really exciting collection. It's called Celliant. It's a proprietary textile backing that I'm really excited to be presenting. I do want to share that I am going to be reading a few notes since this is an FDA-approved wellness device. It's important that I kind of make sure that the technical information is correct, and then it's also a lot to try and memorize. So I've been practicing this.
No, that's great. So yeah, so okay, so do the legal stuff.
Awesome. Okay. So we'll just stay on this slide, and then I'll tell you can I tell you when to advance? Is that thumbs up? Okay, cool. So Designtex Celliant is a proprietary textile backing, and it's clinically proven to harness and recycle a person's energy, providing a boost and improving well-being. So that sounds amazing, right? So a lot of people ask, what's in it and how does it work? And so the first question is, what is Celliant made out of? So Celliant is a proprietary mixture of safe, naturally occurring thermoreactive minerals that are embedded into a fiber. And some of these minerals are actually found in everyday items such as sand, toothpaste, or even gemstones. And the minerals, it's important to note, are all non-conflict and sustainably sourced. So how the textile backing is made. So basically these minerals are ground into a powder with a polyester resin and then extruded into fiber. And the fiber is used to create the non-woven backing that's in our textiles. So this top image that's on the screen are a couple of containers that are actually showing each step of the process that I just basically explained. So we have the minerals in the first container, the polyester resin, and then the backing, which is actually supposed to be in the very last container. So my at-home marketing photo shoot fail there, but you can see all of the components. So it's the minerals, the poly resin, it should be the extruded fiber, and then the felted backing. So then that backing is just added to a face upholstery through a lamination process. So it's pretty cool. Any questions so far? Oh, hi, just a lot of highs.
Hi, everyone. So, this all sounds like, I'm gonna confess, I've been watching a lot of Star Trek. This does sound very Star Trek-like. Like what? So let's get into how it kind of works. Do you mind if we advance? Is that cool?
Yeah, advance, please.
Okay.
Basically, any piece of furniture that has Designtex Celliant upholstery on it will do the trick. So all the user has to do is sit down, relax, and enjoy the benefits. So how it works is the body naturally gives off about 100 watts of energy every second. And so that's basically the fuel that powers the upholstery. So the Designtex Celliant upholstery absorbs the body's energy and converts it to wavelengths of infrared. And so it's basically naturally recycling the body's energy that it already puts off anyway. So the recycled energy is reflected from the body, basically comes from the body, is captured by the Celliant textile, and then the energy is reflected back to the body as infrared and reabsorbed into the skin and tissue. And that even occurs through layers of fabric. So you don't have to, sit naked on these chairs to enjoy the benefits. So in terms of like the wellness, in clinical testing, Celliant has been proven to temporarily increase oxygen levels in the body, which is widely recognized to aid in comfort and healing. Celliant-backed textiles boost well-being through increased local circulation, improved cellular oxygenation, temperature regulation, and faster cell recovery. So, I mean, that's kind of mind-blowing, actually. Yeah. And I wouldn't really believe it, except for we've had all of these studies, which I am allowed to share with you all, and the FDA has actually determined that Celliant products are medical devices and are general wellness products. So that's amazing. Yeah, it's really, really cool. And Celliant has actually been out on the market for a while. Under Armour has a wellness sort of collection that has Celliant in it. It's been used in equestrian products, arthritis gloves, and it was actually used for diabetics to help increase their circulation initially. So it's a really, really cool product that's now in textiles.
We got our first question. Casey, do you have white papers to share on this?
I do. Not right. I mean, yes, I will email them. Or I can send, actually, maybe we can hook up with Source and we can share it out that way, or I can send it to you directly. If a lot of people are interested, then we can just share it out to the group. So
okay. And then Tashara has a question. Does this backing change whether a fabric would be approved on a furniture piece? Great question.
That is a really good question. So does the backing change whether a fabric would be approved on a furniture piece? So I haven't heard. So for instance, there's been a lot of testing with steel case, for instance, and a lot of those products have been already passed. It does add a tiny bit of thickness to it, but not really. I haven't heard of us having a lot of issues with the backing and having it not be approved. So I can touch on that a little bit as I talk about the products that it comes in. I think that will kind of help because, yeah. I'll get back to you, Tadara.
Yeah. So to just recap a little bit. So you sit down as a user, you would sit down in a piece of furniture that has this backing on the textile, and it would sort of like radiate your own body heat back at you like a pretty space blanket.
Yes.
And then there are all sorts of like wellness benefits that you guys have studied into what that does for your body, which has this like oxygenation, blah, 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 that you just talked about. Yeah. So that's like magic. Yeah,
so
I love it.
Important thing to like note about it is that, well, hold on, let me see. So I want to make sure that we're not, okay. I'm checking my notes to make sure. So one important thing to kind of note in like the fine print is like increased local circulation. So you don't like sit on it and any part that's on the piece of furniture is getting the local circulation. It's not like your entire body has increased local circulation, if that makes any sense. So it has to be touching it, but that does aid in the things that I mentioned, like the helping your body regulate temperature and all of that, but it's not like you're going to sit in it and feel anything. There's not going to be any heat that is like exchanged. It's just basically going to feel like sitting on a normal piece of furniture.
Got it. So it won't feel like sitting on like a heated floor or sitting in a heated seat.
No, nothing like that.
Got it. Okay.
In the studies, they did find that participants did have an overall sense of feeling better, essentially. That's not the technical term that they used in the study. So that's really interesting compared to when they sat in furniture that didn't have it. And so there was definitely something that participants said that they felt differently. And they did also, in the studies, use a way to measure whether or not there was, I'll reference it in my notes, but anyway, so this is why I need the notes. It's because I would start jabbering, so.
It's very technical. So yeah, can you talk a little bit about like questions designers usually have about this product?
Yeah. Absolutely. So one of the questions that's right here is this safe to use? That's a really good question, right? And so since the FDA has designated it as a wellness product, it's a general wellness product, I should say, there's no restrictions on its use and no special uses that you have to, have in order to, no training is required essentially. So basically anybody could use it. It'd be safe for pregnant women. It would be safe for children, elderly, people with any kind of condition. It's totally safe. And then another question is, how long do you need to sit in order to feel the benefits? It starts working within minutes, actually. So that's very cool. And there are residual effects that will follow you throughout the day. So
awesome.
Keep going. Yeah.
Sweet. And Amanda, we have a new question. Would you be able to apply a finish, a fabric finish like Ulta with this type of fabric?
That's a really good question. So the answer is basically not at this time. The reason being is that, for instance, like with Ulta being a permanent finish, you would have to actually submerge the entire textile in the basically Ulta bath, and it impregnates the fibers. So the backing would already be on the textile at that point. And so it would basically, no. Basically not, sorry. And for instance, like you wouldn't be able to add a moisture barrier to this, but the good thing about this being a backing, for instance, is that whatever sort of attributes are there for the face fabric. So for instance, one of the patterns that it comes on is like a bleach cleanable product. That product is going to continue to be bleach cleanable with the Celliant backing. So it has it doesn't change how the cleaning or the abrasion or the light fastness or anything that has to do with the face fabric. So to that end, we have a product that it comes on that is a non-woven product. It's our silicone element non-woven, which is a really great product. And that product in and of itself would act as a moisture barrier. And so
there's some workarounds.
There's some workarounds, yeah.
Okay, great. All right. So yeah, can you talk about which collections are available with this? And can you talk about my favorite thing, that one of them is Cradle to Cradle certified?
Yes, absolutely. So throughout this presentation, you've seen some kind of at-home marketing shots that I put together of the 4 styles that this comes in. So this product launched on 4 styles and over 50 colors. It comes on 3 of our best-selling products that have already been out on the market. So for instance, Gamut, which has been around for years and years, now has Celliant backing, and that's $35 a yard. Pennant, which is this beautiful geometric pattern that you're seeing everywhere, is a woven pattern. That's $88 a yard. The silicone element, which is the one that Ren was talking about, which is cradle to cradle certified, is a non-woven, and that's $79 a yard. And then there's one other solid textural woven that's super beautiful called Clad. That's brand new. That's $35 a yard. So we're really excited about that. It does seem pretty limited, but the good news is that we are going to be launching more Celliant collections to come. And if you have a project that you're interested in adding the Celliant to one of our upholsteries, there is a 250 yard minimum, but you could add it to basically any of our products. So that's a lot of fabric, but it's not as high as some other minimums for doing other kind of custom stuff. So I feel hopeful about that part of it. But yeah, it's basically just those 4 products right now. And you don't have to worry, like I said, since this is a backing, you don't have to worry about the Celliant washing off, wearing off. It's embedded in the backing of the textile. So
sweet. Does it affect the price of those 4 collections? Is it a little bit higher?
Yes, I don't actually know how much it increased it, but like for instance, the patterned one, Pennant and silicone element, those are more premium products sort of generally compared to like other patterns or some of our other non-woven products. Like silicones are generally more expensive than like vinyls, for instance. But It is really, I was really excited to see that there were some lower, like $35 a yard for those other two. So granted, those are just solids, but they're really beautiful. So I think that this could work in a lot of different projects. And it definitely doesn't have to just be healthcare. This could be appropriate for many, many different applications. Our headquarters in New York, they put it in the office there. Obviously, if you worked at Designtex and could have Celliant, why would you not put that in your new office? But kind of sky's the limit on this. So that price is really promising, I think, for lots of different applications. So
sweet.
Yeah.
So in terms of like, could you sort of play with it a little bit and to like maximize your budget where you like put it on certain parts of the furniture and then not others to sort of like get the most bang for your buck? Is that something that designers could start specifying?
Sure. Ren, you just thought of a new idea. I have not had anyone ask me that, but I mean, yes, you could.
Okay.
You wouldn't have, I mean, if you think about it, it's like you wouldn't have as much of a benefit, but some benefit is better than no benefit, you know? So
I mean, you could wrap a bench in it and then you could like lay down on it and then like you're getting your fry and you get your back. We're keeping it this here today, guys.
Exactly.
Yeah. So what do we have? Let's see. Okay. I'm going to do another call out. Designers, do you have any questions about this super cool backing? Can you think of any applications for this that would be really interesting? And because this is such a technical product, if we've got Jenna here, if you have any questions, let's shoot those into the chat here. Anything else, Jenna, that you can think of? Like, is there some place that this would definitely not be appropriate for, like task chairs? Yes, no?
Oh, absolutely task chairs. And actually, I just was going to mention, and I know it's written on the slide. I hate reading like what's actually on the slide, but this kind of captures it. What's really awesome about this product is since it's in the backing, and I know I keep on saying like backing, but what's awesome about it is that in other products, you might have a little bit more of a limitation based on if it was just in the yarn. So that would impact like the construction, the cleanability, the look, the feel. But I just think you could use it anywhere. I mean, because it's all of these within this product range, there's something that's appropriate for any application. So
sweet.
Yeah, extremely durable. I mean, like I said, like the silicone element, for instance, is a moisture barrier and is bleach cleanable. And, you know, so I'm just excited.
I am too. I mean, I can also see like you could maybe just do a couple like big throw pillows even.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
I'm curious, are people thinking that this is cool? This is my first time presenting it. It launched when I was on leave. And so I was like all ready to go out with my suitcase and then pandemic hit, so I can't leave my house. But
right. Yeah, so here we are. Designers, what do you guys think? Is this can you see using this? I bet as we go forward, talking to your clients about this, I think would be really great. Even if it is the added cost, the benefits to basically anyone is a really lovely story that it's, you know, it could be your employees, it could be the users of the building. I really like that story, that it really is something for everyone. Yeah. And you've made it really approachable, which is great. Like put it on a throw pillow, put it on a bench, put it like, let's just all feel well today with oxygen levels.
For everybody.
Exactly. That's great. I love it. And so designers, if you want to order samples of these products, you can definitely do that from our website. So you should head to Design2Source to order samples of this. When you order samples, can you see the backing on it, or are you just going to send the fabric?
Oh no, it comes with the backing. It
comes with the backing. You can play with it a little bit.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's super fuzzy and felted. It's very cool.
Okay.
And there's been some questions about like, is Designtex still like fully operational? Like what's happening out there in the world? So as Ren said, please, if you want samples, go ahead and order them. Our warehouse is working. We're fully operational. You can still get overnight samples as long as we get the requests in 11 a.m. Pacific time. It's like a very short window. That's happening. And this is just so awesome. If there's any other questions, I'm happy to answer them, but just remember that I'm here to help lighten the load. Do not reach out. If you need anything, I'm your gal.
You're there. I do want to mention that you guys, the digital printing part is really cool. The Designtex, you guys can digitally print on basically anything at this point. And so the sky is the limit.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for mentioning that. We actually have a new website on a new website, a new portion of our website that talks all about our digital printing. Our last one was a little bit meh, but if you head to designtex.com and go to bespoke surface imaging, you can check that out or just reach out. I'm happy to help. It's a great way to customize projects, and it's all done in Portland, Maine, which is really awesome. We've been doing it for years and years and years. So it's a great team out there. So yeah.
I love it. Yeah. Well, designers, it was lovely to see you all. And Jenna, it was so great to see you. Designers, if you'd like to register for another snack break for next week, we've got some great ones coming up. So smash that register now button. And Jenna, thank you so much for talking to us about this product. It's so cool. It does feel like something out of Star Trek. So I'm really excited to see where it goes.
Thank you. I'm really excited about it. All right. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. When we leave our quarantine, is there a way that you have a piece of furniture that we could try at some point?
We could get one. They haven't said like, here's a sample piece of furniture, but I bet I could talk to my friends at Steelcase, or, you know,
let's do it.
Get something figured out. It'd be really fun.
I love it. Awesome.
Yeah, all right.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Jenna. We'll see you.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.